Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diz Unlimited podcast brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. We are back with our Tuesday Disney show, back with a live show. Unfortunately, a little delayed today. I apologize about that. I thought we had lots of news to talk about a brand new Disney park coming to the world, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party dates and prices, Epcot food and wine info, and who knows what else. That's all the stuff we're going to be talking about today. That and maybe some more Disneyland 70th. We've been gone for a hot second out and about in the world. But I do have two absolutely wonderful and terrific people here to have this conversation with me, starting with Dreams Unlimited travel agent Hannah Anderson.
Hello.
The terrific Teresa Eccles.
Hey, hey.
Also a Dreams Unlimited travel agent. And that's it for us today. So it's just the three of us here, and I'm very happy to have you both here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support that you're very good people. I'm just going to start this show off, so I apologize. I apologize if I do either get emotional or not emotional. So I've had, I will argue, one of the worst weeks of my life. So this past Monday, May 19th, my father suddenly and unexpectedly passed away. He had a decorated military career, serving for over 20 years in the armed forces. I remember calling him while he was on military bases and having to say goodbye to him one time because my mom was like, we don't know if he's coming back and he bought me my first video camera after seeing some absolutely awful, terrible 48-hour film contest I did. But he bought me a camera because he always very much believed in anything that I sort of set my eyes on, which I very much appreciated about him. And our relationship was obviously not without complications like many father and son relationships are. But I will say this about my father, that he always hugged me. He always told me that he loved me at the end of every single phone call, and he would always call me to check in. So I am just very grateful that he did that. I wish I had called him more, but I can't help who I was. I can only help who I am or who I'm going to be, and I will make sure to change that about me. But he always said, I love you. He always made sure he hugged us. So it's just, I love him. I miss him. I just wanted to say that because he always watched everything I did on YouTube. And
he still will.
I know, and he said he was proud of me and stuff, and I have a great situation where he left me a voicemail that I found afterwards, and he had left me a comment on that picture that Hannah very graciously had taken of me at Disneyland where I was in the Dumbo, and he left a really sweet memory of my brother and I. Whether that memory is true or not, that's up for debate, but according to my mother. But yeah, he... he checked in, and I love him, and I miss him, and I will just say this, please, for me, whenever you see this episode, you listen to this episode, or anything like that, if you could call somebody that you love right now, text them if it's easier or something, but just touch base with somebody, and just tell them how you feel, because I promise you, everything else is going to seem so trivial when they're gone. Every disagreement, every argument, every stupid, somebody believes one thing, someone sits on one side of an aisle, sits on another side of an aisle, and it's just none of that matters when that person is gone. And
life's
it's
too
just,
short
for the too hard
for the petty things. It really is.
It is, and I appreciate everybody out here, and I apologize. That's sort of why you haven't seen a lot of content on the channel and things like that. And so I am still very much struggling with that, and so I appreciate all of you giving me the time and the space, and I will. I want to say one thing, because we did have the opening of Universal Epic Universe this past week, and I was at the media event, the first night of the media event, and it was about 30 minutes till the end of it when I got the phone call. And I will say I'm very fortunate and lucky to be a part of this community. That wouldn't happen without the people who are listening and watching the show. But I do want to just say thank you to Molly and Alan from Mammoth Club, to to my friend Brooke McDonald, who was just like constantly checking in on me. Carly Wiesel, who has been texting me. To Teresa, obviously, to Hannah and your family.
We love you right now. You know that.
I just, it really was, it's my friend Jacqueline who also let me tell her there was a lot of very kind people who made me, it's just like 1 second you're okay and the next second you are. I feel like I am sitting on the shore of the water in the part where the water is all around me and it's going to come and go, and every now and then there's a bigger wave, and then sometimes there's a wave that pulls you out into that water and you feel like you're drowning, and somehow you grab the sand and you pull yourself back up, but it keeps pulling you back in. Is kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, I did want to say thank you to all of them. I am eternally grateful for that, and obviously to Hannah. When this kind of happened, I to our boss, to our employer, the one and only John Magi, I do want to say very thank you, a million thank yous to you that maybe I will tell you in person once. Very soft and kind with me and has given me space and has checked in with me, and I really, really appreciate that about him. And I really want to say thank you to Hannah and her family, to her husband Bentley and her son Owen, because I basically, for those of you who don't know, we had the opening day tickets booked for Epic Universe, and then we had to stay at Helios Grand. And for me, I wanted to keep doing this because the last conversation I had with my father was about Universal Epic Universe, and he was very excited to see the video that I was going to do for it because he really liked the last one I did about it. He was very excited to hear about it. He had a granddaughter. Or a grandson. I can't even think. My brain is not functioning right now. A child was born on the day my father died. It was my stepmother's daughter. Oh, wow. Renee had a child on the day my father died, hours before he died.
Wow.
So, yeah, one in, one out, I guess, is the rule of thumb here. So it's been really difficult on my stepmother. But I told Hannah, I wanted to continue to finish the media event because that's all I knew how to do right then. That's all I could do. I am the only person in Florida. The rest of my family is in Massachusetts, and my father and his step. So, but it's about 6 hours from here. So and my dad is being cremated, and I'm not familiar with that process. But if you are familiar, it's really stretched out long. So there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do right now, essentially. So I wanted to do something that, like Teresa had just said to me a few minutes ago, is that I feel like maybe my dad would be able to see it in some universe somehow, some way. But I had also told her, because we were also covering the new hotel, the Helios Grand Hotel, that, I couldn't really deal with a lot of things. And I knew I wanted to be in the park. So her family letting me be with them and hang out with them and have some sort of a normal weekend while I was like working and filming this hotel and doing this, and just like letting me feel like a regular person for a little bit, I will be forever grateful. So
I'll just say, really, oh my gosh, just know that we love and appreciate you so much, and I can't imagine this weekend being any other way. And it obviously takes a lot of courage to say the things that you've said, and I have to believe that you doing this is helping someone, as someone who's gone through grief, and unfortunately that's kind of a universal thing for people. Unfortunately, we all go through it at some point, so I have to believe that you being honest and having this courage is helping someone. So no, thank you.
Well,
it was a good weekend. It was.
Also, I mean, not to put your business out in the world, Hannah
Go ahead.
lost a relative recently too, and so I don't. And Hannah and I had already talked about loss and how we react in a similar way. So it's just sometimes easier to be around people that are, exactly how they're going to be. So it's
we don't
like,
hug.
We're cold people. We're cold people.
We're not huggers.
And sorry I hugged you earlier.
No, that's okay.
Because I am a hugger.
No, and you know what? But that's exactly why I'm happy you're here, because it also is like you hug me in the lobby, and I did need that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like, and
I forced it upon you.
But sometimes you need someone. You need someone to do that, and that's why I'm so happy that you're here today, because honestly, you were something that I was looking forward to doing this to be able to be here with you, to be able to talk about this out loud. You know, I know it's weird for anybody who's like, I'm here for Disney. I'm here for the podcast. There. Can you shut up? Like,
no, they're here for you. And I feel like this past week has showed that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there love you and they watch for you.
Well, I you know, and on that note, I do just want to say thank you. I know I said it to John already, but you know, I have worked for this company for over 10 years. Obviously, I have worked with some amazing people. I've worked with some people that I absolutely hate, and you know, and I wish that part of my heart didn't stretch that way, but sometimes it does. And so I'm like really eternally grateful to the people who are watching and listening, the people who stuck through, who gave me the opportunity. You know, I was a freelancer when I started, and then I was an associate producer, and then you know, I miss working with Craig, and I didn't even say thank you to Craig, who. He like called me at like 1 a.m. So I'm like, because I had to tell my brother that our father died, and you know, I didn't want my sister to do it, and I couldn't have my mom do it again. So you know, Craig talked to me for like 30 minutes, and I don't know, I felt bad about that, but you know, I just feel so blessed to have had some of these people, to have the people sitting in this room with me right now. I just want you to know that I'm very blessed to have had you in my life, to have had this opportunity, to have worked for somebody like John. I really do appreciate him taking that chance on me for the last year to be the executive producer. I know it did not come without some growing pains, and still I am a very complicated individual.
Aren't we all?
But, you know, I'm just so happy that I was able to do something that, knowing that my dad saw it too, and like having this thing that is just like, it solidifies, I don't know what they call it. On Doctor Who, they call it a thing, like they can't revisit it. I forget. It's like a specific, it becomes like this anchor in time. And it kind of feels like that, this kind of made it that thing. So I want to say thank you to John. I want to say thank you to everybody out there who has watched and listened over the last 10 years and been with me. And it has been an honor to be here and to be able to, thank you for allowing me to have this platform, to have these discussions with you, to everybody out there who's been watching this and listening to this the last 10 years. So I've had the fortunate opportunity to meet along the way too. You've been absolutely incredible. And you are really the reason why all of you, anybody who watching this and listening, maybe you don't like me either, and that's okay. But just this community and this thing allowing me to be a part of this is just like, I don't know what life would have looked like without it, and how different it would be. But I do really appreciate all of you out here. And for those of you who are tuning in live right now, again, you know, I'm sorry this was such a late notice sort of a thing, but I really wanted to make sure that we did this. I wanted to have one for my dad. So
yeah, beautifully said.
Yeah, so with that, maybe we'll move on. I mean, I will not move on. My God, what an awful choice of words to say about after I finished talking about my dad. But I meant let's move on to some Disney. Let's move on to some Disney thing. But I do truly want to tell the both of you that I'm so happy that it's the two of you that are here today, because I do really appreciate both of you. And Teresa, I don't want you to second guess that hug at all, because when you gave me that in the lobby, I started crying in the lobby.
But see, that's why we don't like hugs, because we're like, you're
not a hugger either.
Well, because I want to bottle it up. So, but if you hug me, I'm not able to bottle it up. Like he started crying.
Well, it's like someone shows you sympathy. That's when I usually fall apart.
I know.
Don't talk to me. Don't show me sympathy. Right. I appreciate it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It's cathartic. It's a good thing, but it just,
Well, you know what I kept saying to myself? Because, you know, the hardest part, not the hardest part, there's a million hardest parts. The next thing is the hardest part. The next thing. I had to call my best friend, who is not doing great with cancer, and tell her that my father died. And her father, who I was very close to as well, because he was like a father to our town, sort of a thing. She had to call me and tell me her dad died when we were like 16. So I made sure to be like, at the end of that phone call, I said, I got you back. So, you know, but I'm so lucky to have her in my life too, because she's just an incredible human being. And unfortunately, her husband's mother is currently about to pass away. Like, they are doing end-of-life procedures at the house right now. And I'm just like, This poor girl cannot catch a break. So, but I told her that we are experts, that we have a tiny little box and everything goes right in that box. And then I shove it into the bottom of my stomach. And then that's where the cancer is going to come from. It's not the healthy way to deal with it.
It's going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Disney news, but we're just going to take it to a much
we're just taking it to
we're going to psychoanalyze ourselves. And
hope everyone's ready for some real dark humor. So I will say this really before I move on. My dad, I'm assuming it was a heart attack. He was at his jiu-jitsu class because my dad was a martial artist. Yes, my dad is a very interesting person. He died in the middle of a sentence. They think he was dead before he hit the floor. I'm not sure how that worked with everything. I'd like to think that the unique thing and was frustrating while I was alive, but was inherently Bob Clavin, was he would, oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I did all this, and I just want to show you a picture of my dad, too. Aww. So on the right is my mom and my dad in their class of 81. So they're not married. They haven't been married since I was like 2 years old, but they have 3 children together. And then my father each had another child, my sister Erica, afterwards. And then my dad and his that's his like official military thing. And then here's my dad and I at a wedding, and I don't even remember what I was saying.
You look like both your parents.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Also, your dad was a very attractive man.
Oh, God, girl. You sound like everybody I went to high school with. Here we go.
I mean,
is Bob dropping you off today? Get out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, my sister, my good friend Lisa's mom used to be like, "Where's Bob?" And I'd be like, "He doesn't live with me, Sylvia. Stop." Like, so yeah, my father's name was Robert Clavin, but do not call him Rob. He doesn't love Robert. He likes to be called Bob. Bob.
Keep it casual.
Oh, Bob. But my dad would do what some may call, God, I hope this is an offensive term, an Irish goodbye. I'm Irish, so I'm hoping that's not.
Yeah, you ghost people.
Yeah, Dad, the party is from 6 to 9. My dad will 4:30 p.m. at the house, gone by 5:45. Dad, literally no one got to see you. Like, that is the last time that I had Christmas. I missed him because of that. And I used to be like, what the hell? Dad, did he not know I was here? Stuff like that used to frustrate me. But I always think, like, what a Bob way to go out of planet
Irish
Earth.
goodbye to you.
He literally he did one roundhouse kick and said, I'm good. See you later. And left us. And I was like, I don't think it's so tragic, but I also am like, my God, that man left this planet on his term. Like, he was doing the thing he loved while he was doing it. He was doing it in a place he loved. He was surrounded by friends that he loved. And, I wish I could have seen him one more time. I wish I knew it was going to be the last time I saw him, but I'm still like, you know what? What a gift. Someday I'm putting that in a movie. I don't care. Somebody's gonna see it. So
we got your 2 stars right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right here. The 2 main characters.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the beginning of the Chubby Unicorn Productions. Mm-hmm. That is my production company. But anyway, let's talk about some news, because I know some people have wanted to talk about this. I'll just say it one more time. I love you, Dad. Thank you for everything. And
I appreciate that we have you because of him, right?
Somebody said something where it was like,
that's true.
They were like, he gave us one hell of a son. And I was just like, oh, I can't stomach that. But I do really appreciate that, Teresa. So listen, some big things have happened since the last time we were here. And I don't mean my father dying. Here we go. Segue.
Oh,
wow.
no. Yeah, we're all really uncomfortable, but go ahead.
You're welcome. Yeah. There's a new theme park. Disney announced a new theme park and resort for, of all places on planet Earth, Abu Dhabi. So I did not reword this information in my own writing, so I'm going to read what we have on our website. So I apologize if I get a little stuttery or anything like that. But the Walt Disney Company is expanding their global theme park footprint with plans for a new theme park and resort along Yas Island. I think that's
Yas.
ironic that it's called Yas Island in Abu Dhabi when
Yeah.
none of the people who are like Yas Queen can go. But Disney has partnered with Miral, Abu Dhabi's leading creator of immersive destinations and experiences, marking Disney's 7th theme park destination and the first in the Middle East. The waterfront resort will be a world-class destination for entertainment and leisure, connecting travelers from the Middle East and Africa, India, Asia, Europe, and beyond, combining Disney's iconic stories, characters, and attractions with Abu Dhabi's vibrant culture, stunning shorelines, and breathtaking architecture.
And money.
And money. Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, where we preserve our past while designing the future. His Excellency Mohammed Khalifa Al Mubarak, chairman at Miral, said. The collaboration between Abu Dhabi and Disney demonstrates the remarkable results of combining visionary leadership and creative excellence. Oh my God, I left the picture of my dad on the screen. Good Lord. What we are creating with Disney and Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination and experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world, creating magical moments and memories that families will treasure forever. Through the development of unique attractions and experiences, Abu Dhabi continues to be a destination of choice for the world. I wish I hadn't read this whole part. The new resort will be fully developed, built, and operated by Miral, while Disney and its Imagineers will lead creative design and operational oversight. That is important because to me, that sounds like they franchised. This is the first like full, I don't know if the first, but is fully like franchise out there. Bob Iger said, "This is a thrilling moment for our company as we announce plans to build an exciting Disney theme park resort in Abu Dhabi, whose culture is rich with an appreciation of the arts and creativity. As our 7th theme park destination, it will rise from this land in spectacular fashion, blending contemporary architecture with cutting-edge technology to offer guests deeply immersive entertainment experiences in unique and modern ways. Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctively Emirati, an oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at the crossroads of the world that will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways and will become a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come." I don't want to read the rest of this article.
Stunts.
Upon completion, the new theme park resort will offer signature Disney entertainment, themed accommodations, unique dining and retail experiences, and storytelling in a way that celebrates both the heritage of Disney and futuristic and cultural essence of Abu Dhabi. An opening timeline has not been announced, but tomorrow says he will have a lot more to share soon. I do believe that Bob Iger was pushed in another interview for more information, and they said 5 years, and he said maybe like a little bit more. So I'm guessing they're going for an Epic Universe timeline, a 6-year build here. But Abu Dhabi this is not the first theme park over there in that part of the world, I don't believe. They have quite a history of franchise. If nobody's looked into this, there is just the weirdest amalgamation of entertainment properties represented in theme park offerings over there. Like I think there's like a Ghostbusters something over there somewhere. Like it's so weird.
I don't think I knew that.
I don't love this. It sounds cool. Abu Dhabi looks. What I know of it is from the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol film. But
I think of Sex in the City.
oh yeah, Sex in the City as well.
Oh yeah, okay, yep.
But here's the thing. I don't love it because Abu Dhabi is a place where it is illegal to be homosexual. And it is dangerous, and I believe it's like life imprisonment or death is one of the penalties. I could be misspeaking, and I do apologize if I am. It feels like Disney sold themselves out because whether it's for removing homosexuality aside, this is an area of the world that, to me, this specific place does not represent the culture of the Walt Disney Company as it has been stated in their keys and things like that. You can disagree with me all you want about being gay and what that means and try and say it's political when it's not, but whatever. What I'm saying is the company is they're not building it, but they're allowing a place to be built in something that to me does not represent any of their core values. But apparently the number one key that we all missed was money, like Hannah said, is money. All I can imagine is the amount of money for the licensing alone for this park must have been so grand that they could not ignore it. And so my guess is there's another play at hand here, that there's going to be an infusion of money into the Walt Disney Company from this deal like they've never had before, maybe. So that's all I can think about. It really kind of sucks. You know, I've never been to an international park. Have either of you?
No.
I've not. No.
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 No, we don't. We're not.
Anyways.
We're not those type of classy Disney
Maybe
people.
one day. Don't rule it out.
Yeah, it's on my list. but,
Manifest
yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speak for yourself. That's what they want to say.
Right.
No, so I don't know. It's just sad. It's kind of frustrating as a Disney fan to be like, oh, they haven't really acknowledged that part of it at all. I think I'd maybe like to hear a little more of the thought process or the business decision that led to this, just out of sheer curiosity, if nothing else. But I
think it's
I don't know,
exactly.
what do you guys think?
No, I think it's exactly what you said, and I think there's probably very few Disney fans, at least domestically, that are happy about this. Especially when, I mean, we talk about it a lot on the show, where it's like, man, I wish they would do this at Walt Disney World. Or whatever. So I get that it's a Tokyo situation. So it's a ownership, company that's gonna have ownership of it and invest all this money. And so it's, I'm sure, going to be incredible, just like Tokyo is. The difference is it's in a place, it's in a different place in the world with a very different culture than Tokyo or here in the States. So, and as you mentioned, I forget, it's inclusivity is the key.
It's the newest key, yeah.
It's the newest key. So I don't know how that works out. I also don't know what that means for like their cast members there. All that aside, it's kind of like, I doubt I will ever see it. Maybe it is a big infusion of cash, which will selfishly benefit our parks domestically, but it is just okay. And again, it is, I will say as a Disney fan, it's, I don't know if a nice reminder, but it is a reminder that they are a company first. They're a publicly traded Fortune 50 company. And these are, when you have stockholders and all these other things, these are the things that happen. So yes, do I have an emotional attachment to the Walt Disney Company and the memories I've made? Yes. Do they have an emotional attachment to me? No, they don't.
That's a great way to put it, honestly.
I mean, and that's okay. It's just part of it. So don't forget.
I also did see somebody in the chat ask if it was illegal to be gay in China. And according to the Google thing that answers me, that I did not opt in to have, but it's doing it, says no, homosexuality is not illegal in China, while same-sex marriage and adoption are not recognized, and LGBTQ plus individuals face social and legal challenges. There's no laws explicitly criminalizing same-sex relationships or sexual activity. And in Abu Dhabi, it is criminalized, both federal and emirate level laws, and beyond the bedroom stuff, because I don't want to read what it actually says right here.
Oh, wow.
There are laws criminalizing public displays of affection, and a lot of stuff. So it seems really, it's a different part of the world. I'm not part of that culture. It seems not great to me, but I'm not saying the people aren't there. It might not be good. It might not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to speak out of turn about that, but just me personally as a gay man, it has me very unexcited. Teresa, what about you? You hopping on that plane to Abu Dhabi anytime soon? Calvin making that Abu Dhabi money?
Yeah, I'm checking flights now.
John's got you on the media list for that.
He's got me on the media list for Abu Dhabi.
Yes, good for you.
I volunteered.
Finally,
I hope
get
it was
on a media
okay.
list. Finally,
Yeah,
that's where he
finally,
sent me.
yeah.
That's where he sent me. What the F?
Yeah.
When I first heard it, I thought, how exotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. And then when you think more about it and think a little deeper about it, it's not wowing me at all. I mean, I like the thought of maybe having another type of castle, another type of, the way it's going to look and feel. But I'm with you. I don't think I can get past the fear, maybe, of going.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I mean, I know.
Women are treated differently over there too.
That's what I'm
right.
thinking too. It's
Also
a
true.
big part of that.
Plus, it's 5, 6 years. I won't even be around.
Oh my God! Don't even.
This is
don't
not
you,
the show
don't
for that,
you be
Teresa.
leaving me? Yeah. Don't you be leaving me too. I can't
I
handle
have a
that
hobby
now
of,
too.
I mean, whatever. I mean, we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
No,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
exactly
coming
why.
for all of us.
And that is exactly why I want this show to be the inspiration to reach out to your loved ones. I think that's a great way to put it.
My new baby.
Yeah, Teresa got a new kitty cat.
Yeah,
I do.
that's
Sophie
positive.
Bell. Oh,
She's
Sophie
so cute.
Bell.
And tiny.
Teresa, I feel bad if anybody's watching this. I didn't brighten your camera, so you look like you're visiting us from a different television studio. Yeah, so look at you.
She's live in
like
color.
me. Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
This is the way Teresa would have wanted it, though.
This is the yeah.
From the
This is the way I look like. This is what I normally look like.
she wanted us to.
She's
yeah,
in the
but
Twilight Zone over there.
if we were different types of TV sets, Teresa, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, for you, I imagine like the mid-century modern, the like, you know, when the screen kind of did, it wasn't quite square. It
The
was
bubble?
more, yeah, it was like this, and it had the cool knobs at the
Life
bottom.
with Joan
but you
or
were in a
whatever.
really
Yeah.
cool
yeah.
like cabinet. Like you were one of those types that was in like
I can
like you had a TV
yeah,
cabinet.
I can see that.
I can see that.
I mean,
You're
me
definitely
too.
coming
I'll
to
go
me
sit
over
over there.
the UHF wave or the
Wow.
pre-digital.
A rerun.
Yeah. What's a rerun?
Aw.
That's back
Oh, I know. Oh, I saw that not too long ago.
Um,
But yeah, I've got a new baby, and I love her to pieces.
Yeah, you do.
She's just. I didn't realize I had been a month without a pet in the house, and it was a long month. It was just really bizarre, but yeah, I got her. I love her.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little bizarre, but I love her to death. Sophie,
Oh, no,
Sophie
she's
Bell.
not.
She fetches. She purrs. She bites.
Sounds like me.
She found the curtains. She found the curtains the other day, so now she swings on the curtains. So yeah, it's all good.
I look forward to seeing and hearing more of these adventures in the future too.
Yeah.
We're
I'd
gonna
like
have
to
to
see her
do a
in,
little
in
update.
real life.
yeah, you need to.
Do
y'all
not
need to
bring
come
that
out.
cat to the studio. Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh,
dude,
she'd
Oh
be
no,
all over.
I just
She'd
took
be
her
all
over
over.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, she was taking everything out of the closet yesterday. She
My
got-
son is obsessed with cats, and you have chickens, so.
Oh,
anyways,
yeah. Come on
Instead of
out.
going to a theme park, we just need to come to your house. He'd be very happy.
Well, speaking of chickens, Disney has announced this year's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. This information. That's my segue, because eggs, chickens, we eat them. Anyway, Disney has announced this year's Epcot International Food and Wine Festival will run for 90 days. It's going to go from August 28th through November 22nd, 2025. Wow. And we do have some of those details. That's actually shorter. That's shorter. Right? Because
Is it?
Before, well, it started in like July or something last year. Maybe even June the year before.
I think it was the
something.
1st of August, right?
Yeah, I think that was like a COVID thing. 'Cause remember they had the festival favorite things after COVID. It did start early.
I'm in the part of my life where everything is like those
Yeah,
things are
fair
running
enough.
together.
It's all running
Like
together.
I'm sorry, food and wine, flower and garden just like run together. For
Well,
me.
we only have like a month in between each festival, if that. Because like flowering, well, so I guess we will have a stretch this summer because Flower and Garden ends June 4th.
So we got a little bit of
Got one more
middle of
week.
the heat wave, and there'll be nothing. But this is going to run right up to when? The end of around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, to the 22nd. So this year it looks like Thanksgiving because it's always the fourth Thursday of November.
So you'll be able to squeeze Christmas
Is
decorations
1, 2,
in
3,
with
4.
this?
It is right before. So wait, it says through, what did I just say? November 22nd? Mm-hmm. That's weird. That's a Saturday. Usually it goes through a Sunday. Maybe the website's wrong. Who knows? I never know anymore. I do my job. Here's the information I have about it. There will be over 35 global marketplaces throughout Epcot offering returning favorites and all new dishes. Emil's Fromage Montage returns. It's that thing in the passport where you get the stamps for getting the cheese, and then if you get it, you get a dessert. Is it a cheese-flavored dessert? Only time will tell. The Remy's Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt will return for 2025, inviting guests of all ages to search for miniature Remy figures hidden around World Showcase. A theme map and sticker set will be available for purchase, and of course, upon completing this, or even before you start it, you get a little prize. For Flower and Garden, it was those little watering, the watering things.
Right.
Tiny watering cans, and
Oh,
one
they
was
were
like Spike, one was Orange Bird, one was I think the caterpillar.
I think did they have Figment too?
Yeah, I think the Figment was. Oh my gosh! Show
Whoa!
and tell,
Wow.
baby.
Okay.
Over here
If
in
you
the
are
dark
watching
zone,
this,
Wait, literally, where'd that come from?
coming back to you from the 50s.
she got it on the opening day. I was like, who was I there
yeah,
with that
I
got
wasn't
it?
with
And
you
it was
guys,
you.
That's right.
It was me.
Where was I?
It was I can't remember what you were doing.
I was at my grandmother's.
Yeah, I was about to be like, you were at your grandma's
funeral.
It was after the cruise. For any of those watching, Teresa held up a version that looks like the Orange Bird, but from a horror movie because it had no facial features. But but it's there if you look really close.
I did like those. That's one of the better gifts they've done.
Yeah. Also, my friend got some, and they use them for like playtime in the bath with the kids.
Oh,
and I was like, that's a really good idea. Yeah,
I'll take it home for Sophie.
Yeah,
there you go.
Playtime with the cat.
For your baby.
You'll wash her down by the river, or Pa will have you beat out those clothes after. I know. I'm trying to do a
Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie, which they're making another one of. But
I know. I'm trying to get thrilled about that. But
we'll see.
All right. So we are also going to have the return of live music again, which is going to be featured at the Eat to the Beat concert series at the America Gardens Theater in the American Adventure Pavilion. Showtimes typically occur around 3 times a day for this, and a full list of performers will be released closer to the event start.
Wait. You know, I just thought about Boyz II Men usually comes for Food and Wine, and they had that great cover of Rainbow Connection, part of World of Color.
Yes.
Just Boyz II Men, if you're watching.
Come on down.
Yeah, please.
Come on down. Mama needs you here in Florida.
Is that your band?
I love Boyz II Men.
Their cover of Rainbow Connection. So that Disneyland released a 70th anniversary album, and it's basically just all the songs as they appear in World of Color. And if you ask me, they're not long enough. But the Boyz II Men cover of Rainbow Connection is just like
it's good.
It's so good. It's so good. It sounds like a completely different song. It's great. I love it. So remember, with that Eat to the Beat concert series, admission to that is included with your theme park. No, that's free with theme park admission is what I'm trying to say. Eat to the Beat dining packages will be back as well. And during this year's festival, Living with the Lamb will feature special themed displays highlighting ingredients and growing methods used in festival dishes, adding an edutainment element to the seasonal offerings. That's all the information we have right now. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming and it'll be hot.
Some of it will be new. Some of it will be returning.
Surprise, surprise. Like every other thing that
happens.
As the sand goes through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives at Disney. That's what I feel like. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Well, we're going to talk about another thing because it happened literally right after we were talking about it, but we got all of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween dates and pricing info. So this is the separately ticketed annual celebration at Walt Disney World that happens at Magic Kingdom Park. There's things like entertainment, special character encounters. There's trick-or-treating. Sometimes you'll get yelled at by the cast members for trying to go through the line too many times. It might happen. Themed food and beverage. Not me, but maybe somebody. It was me. There's in the past, we've gotten Halloween-themed overlays, special fireworks. So for the 2025 event, we're going to get 38 nights of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I lost what I was saying. And that is the same amount that we got in 2024. So no decrease, no increase. It's kicking off on August 15th. Cool. So I think last year it was like the week before.
You were in California.
Yeah. Right? And that was it was rainy and it was tough. And it's like, but I do love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. But I'm going to run through the dates, and then in a second here, Hannah's also going to give you some of the pricing on this as well. So in August, we have the 15th, 17th, 19th, 22nd, 24th, 26th, and the 29th. Remember, the Destination D23, I believe, happens that weekend of the 28th?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I know it is at a super inconvenient time because it's also most likely the first time of Halloween Horror Nights as well.
And Labor Day weekend.
And my priority lies with Halloween Horror Nights. I apologize, Disney. But in September, if you're thinking about coming, it's still going to be hot. But guess what? You can come the 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 26th, 28th, and the 30th. And in October, you've got the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 10th, 13th, 14th, 16th, 17th, 19th, 23rd, 24th, 26th, 28th, 30th, and the 31st. But guess what? The 31st is sold out. You waited too long. You waited for us to talk about it. My God, I have like something in my throat, and I am dying right now.
Uh-oh. You want me to talk about prices?
I would love that. I think there's maybe more information I have to talk about the party, but why don't you talk about prices? I'm going to get a bottle of water out of the fridge.
Kick it over to me.
Yeah, here we go. Take it away. I'm going to walk right behind your chair in a second.
Okay, cool. A little behind the scenes.
Get ready, everyone, for a profile shot. If you're watching this,
full body,
you're welcome.
okay, for you creeps out there.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm not going.
So prices range from $119 to $229. Really, the 119 price, there's only 2 dates available at that price. So I would say your average ticket price is closer to like 160. 229 obviously is for October 30th. That's the highest price, just that date. If you're looking at coming anytime in October, you're pretty much going to pay about $200 per night, and Dreams Unlimited Travel can book these tickets for you as a standalone ticket or as part of your Walt Disney World vacation. So I feel like last year and years past, we've seen that prices or the dates don't sell out. Like October 31st usually sells out, and then usually that first day or the first 2 dates to sell out, and then you kind of start getting in a rhythm, and then all of a sudden they're gone. So if you have any interest in booking these tickets, they may be available now, but still go ahead and put that in. Like I said, we'll book it for you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Halloween is also...
You don't want to go on a sold-out day, though. That's what I'm going to tell you. So don't feel like, oh, I missed out or whatever. But
also,
you can't control it either.
I would say if you are coming down here as part of your vacation and you don't have an annual pass, I would make that your park day.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You can get in as early as 4 p.m. And really the lines to get in at 4 p.m. are long. So, like, really you need to be at Magic Kingdom 3 or 3:30. So just, especially if you're staying at a Disney hotel, go to the pool that morning, get some rest, be there at 4 p.m. and it ends at midnight. So it's a long couple hours in the park. And then that way you can maximize. Because if you wait to get there until 7 p.m. when the party kicks off, you are not going to be able to do it all. I mean, you really can't almost anyways, but if you're trying to ride stuff, do the entertainment, do the trick-or-treating, any especially food or beverages you can't fit in. So that would be my free tip.
I will say about those dates too, just if you're curious, because I know I just said the date. So in August, those parties are occurring on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, which is the same for September. But then there's a random like Thursday, that's the 25th, and then in October it's going to be Thursday, Friday, and most Sundays, Tuesdays, and Monday the 13th.
But not Saturdays, right? There's not a lot of Saturdays.
No, I think because probably Saturday is like a peak day for Magic Kingdom because the weekend, I think they'd probably choose not to have it. Which I understand. I completely get it.
Well, if you're here on vacation, you don't want to go to the party. You don't want to lose out on a park day.
So they did also announce that party favorites will return, including the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular. Teresa and I, big fans. Hannah, are you indifferent?
No, I love it. No, I think it's great.
Are you indifferent?
Time. Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Don't put me on blast like that. No, come on.
We obviously will have the Boo to You parade as well. The not so spooky Halloween spectacular fireworks, and this year there is going to be a Zombies 4 dance party alongside. I don't know if you guys saw this, and I wish I had included the photo here, but like I said, my brain's all over the place. An updated Jack Skellington.
He looks good.
He does look good.
I am hyped.
He looks accurate now.
Yeah. Before he was something quite off.
Yeah.
But now he does look good.
I'm a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan, and so is my kid. So I'm like very excited, but also it's a very long line. So mixed emotions.
So if you are looking to buy tickets, like Hannah said, they're already on sale, right? They went on sale last week. Yeah, that's right, because that one sold out. So obviously that makes sense. I'm just following the article like a dummy. But should we start thinking about our Halloween costumes now?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. We changed it like 12 times last year.
Year.
I'm like, call me the week before and I'll be on something.
I know. It's got to be. Here's the thing about dressing up for these parties. If you're visiting, you've never been, you think you want to go. I love the party. I like going to the party with you guys because I like the angle of our thing is like, how do you best navigate this party? Because it is not without its challenges in relation to that, because it can be crowded and trying to fit in all this entertainment. You want to know where to prioritize and what to prioritize, right? And if we can help you plan a better vacation, that's the entire point of this podcast. And that is what the travel agents at Dreams Unlimited Travel try and help you do as well. So it's like, for me, the costumes gotta be Florida heat friendly,
right?
And rain,
and then there's that rain factor to it too. So it's kind of like it almost to me feels like those people who make the costumes for the marathon, like that's where your brain needs to be.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
Like, could I run a marathon in this costume?
Because you
would I?
will.
No, but
would I?
Yeah.
Could I? Should I? Now we're going. Yeah, I know. We'll have to brainstorm about that later too. But if you're watching this and you've noticed, I am wearing a Lilo and Stitch shirt today. It was a double fold. My dad got married in Hawaii, and I also saw Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
so
fun.
I wanted to talk about that.
Aw.
I would love to.
Is that our segue?
Oh no, I don't think my little picture went in here. I had a little cute picture of them to talk about it. The Lilo and Stitch.
I think that little Stitch was very cute. Live action one.
So Disney's Lilo and Stitch had a massive $341 million global opening this weekend, combined with the gross of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which is not a Disney film, but it's important to what I'm about to say, which is we had the biggest Memorial Day weekend ever at the box office.
Ever?
That's
ever?
insane,
Very cool.
right? Yeah.
I'm very
Ever?
happy about that.
Going back to the 1925 silent films, no, or whatever.
The talkies.
The talkies.
Back when the talkies first came out.
Yeah, a nickel.
Right?
We'll get you a season pass.
My mouth is perfectly synchronized.
War breaks out. Yeah, so I was like, I also think like all the time they show those like reels of the news and everything like that, and I was like, were people just going to the movie theater to get the news?
Yes, they were.
It's so wild.
I will tell you that is not that I was there, but I remember my parents
like that
talking
tone.
about it, especially during like World War II.
Yeah.
That's where because there was no television, before pre-TV. You went and you got your newsreels.
Right. It was your only way to see it.
Yep.
It's just it's really interesting to me. I kind of like.
I just got a new book on totally changing the subject.
No, yeah.
On like behind the scenes Hollywood. I haven't read it yet. I just got it, but it's lots of pictures. I love it. Lots of weird Hollywood stories that you wouldn't normally hear. So
it was weird back then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to diving
Maybe
into that.
Lend it when you're done.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Oh yeah.
A little book club going here.
Well,
Right?
we'll talk about a little book that we got too that I think you'd be interested in. I wish I brought it today for you to check it out. But when we talk about our Disneyland journey that we had recently, but so the Lilo and Stitch you can enjoy because Hannah was just saying she likes the live action Stitch. He's
cute.
He's very cute. You can actually enjoy some new magic shots around the Disney parks to get your own little snapshots in with the Experiment 2626. So there's a couple of different kinds that you can get that include there's one where he's doing like a photo bomb, there's one where he's dancing, and there's one where he's sitting on a bench. And you can read about where to get those at www.info.com. I saw the film. I have only seen the original film like once or twice. Once for sure all the way through. And then maybe one more time I saw some of it. But I enjoyed it. I felt like I really enjoyed it. I will tell you, I am emotionally messed up right now. I almost said a worse word. And I kind of forgot the parents died. And I also was like, there was a scene. There was a lot being said about family and what it means. And then also, my dog King Arthur was an adoption and my other dog Rocket was a rescue. And so my dog Rocket very much reminds me of Stitch in this film specifically too.
Wait, you didn't give birth to one of them?
Despite the stretch marks
You're not
you
the
see on my
biological
side,
father?
those are not birthing.
I thought you were the
word
biological
adoption
father.
cracked me up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, we look alike. What can I
know.
help?
I know.
Yeah,
Those genes are strong, man.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. I have never
They're
seen
American Eagle. Oh, my
Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
I've never seen the original.
Really?
Really?
I can't get
loved
it. Something about the little.
Okay, so
Stitch
I'll say
kinda creeps
this.
me out.
Yeah, this kind
Parks
of
have ruined Stitch.
exactly that is that it took me so long to watch this movie because I was like, I don't want to watch this obnoxious blue running around creature, whatever. I could not get into it, and they are not representing him as he is in the movie. In the animated film, he's only kind of like that in the beginning of the film.
Well, what is he?
Well, he's a genetic. It's like a scientist made him in a lab to be like a weapon, like of destruction. Yeah, he's
in the cartoon too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, specifically in the cartoon, because in this one they were a little more lighter on that stuff. But he was basically meant to be like dropped in a major city and destroy it.
Well, how did he get with this little chick on the beach? Or wherever they were?
He crash lands in Hawaii when he escapes.
Spoilers. I'm kidding.
Oh, the original. Come on.
I know.
Tell me what
He was like
happened.
20 years old.
Yeah, sorry.
So is the storyline the same in both?
There are some changes, and there are some things that happen different, and so I think it was easier for me to watch. Also, Tia Carrere was also in this one because right away I was like, "That's Tia Carrere. That's Wayne's girlfriend from Wayne's World." I think if you're a fan of the original, you're gonna be a fan of this one. I think it was good. It's the same Stitch. Chris Sanders is the voice of Stitch. He also, I think, wrote and directed the Lilo and Stitch original movie, but I'm also pretty sure he directed Wild Robot, which was a phenomenal film.
Oh. I didn't put that together.
Yeah.
Wild Robot is good. Yeah.
Talk about a movie that I cried at. Good Lord.
Yeah, maybe put pause on that one.
Yeah. No. Now all I need to do is go watch Sister to the Traveling Pants, and you'll be sending me out to see next.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't do that.
Anyway, I thought it was good. I think it's worth going. It's a great time to go to the movie theater, too, because I actually really love the Mission Impossible movie as well. I'm a big Mission Impossible fan. I know that's not a Disney movie, but I'm just like, something comes out this week. Oh, it's Karate Kid. Never mind. I thought it was another Disney movie. I think our next...
You don't like Karate Kid?
No, I do. I do really want to see Karate Kid Legends, too. It's got my husband, Joshua Jackson, is in that film as well.
My husband.
But the...
Mine too, Jackie Chan.
I love Jackie Chan, too. Listen, I like everybody in that movie, so... I think the next Disney movie that we're looking forward to is Fantastic Four.
Oh, yes.
I think is the next one.
I forgot about that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm excited that we're kind of getting summer movies again because of COVID, there was like a little bit of a delay for a while. So it's kind of, and people are going to the movies again. I like that.
Well, and we've got like Jurassic World is
know.
coming out. This one actually looks way better than the last three, even though I'm not a big Scarlett Johansson fan. I actually think this one, Jonathan Bailey and his like little glasses. I'm into it.
Oh, yes.
But,
who isn't?
And Superman, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I forget what happened.
Superman? A new Superman's coming?
Yeah, a new Superman. I don't know.
I'm not giving Superman any more chances. I'm done. Not getting any more of my money. So one disappointing one disappointing thing kind of about Lilo and Stitch is like I actually am very excited to see it. I'm going to see it this week. I think it looks
Elio
good.
is another movie. Sorry, Elio comes out in June.
Yeah.
That's next.
That's right.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. I'm over live action, so I kind of hate that it did well because I'm like, I don't want to. Can we be done here?
Are they done with that now?
I read an article that says Disney is considering a live action Lilo and Stitch 2.
Oh, great.
Already?
And that second one is not good. I watched that recently.
I'm kind of hoping they don't bring that. I've never seen those ones, but I'm like, please don't dip into the VHS.
Oh, and one of the stories, too, is that Lilo and Stitch's opening weekend made more than the live action Snow White did thus far.
Entirely, yeah.
Yeah, entirely. So...
That one had.
Well, I think I read something where it's like Lilo and
Let
Stitch.
That be your sign.
I don't know if it was Lilo and Stitch or all Disney merchandise, but it was like $2.5 billion.
Oh, wow.
So this is the thing. Stitch merchandise.
Oh, my gosh.
It was an investment to make the movie either way because it keeps the brand relevant and merchandise moving.
Okay, that's another thing in the parks I do not understand. Like any collection, it's like, it's holiday time. Here's Stitch. Like Stitch always has his own merchandise collection. Doesn't matter what the theme is.
Yep.
I don't. But I guess somebody's buying it.
Have they done a live action Aristocats?
No.
But why wouldn't they? They have a Lion King. I mean,
and Dalmatians, right? Didn't they do Glenn Close?
She started it off, really.
Yeah.
Technically, I think that was technically
that
like
a
throwback. Well, the Jungle Book might have been the first one.
Well, either one. Aristocats needs to come out. Come on.
But I'm actually, now that you say that, I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been an Aristocats one. But there was a Lady and the Tramp. That was a Disney Plus exclusive one.
I know, but remember when we did the live action, the Cats movie?
Couldn't find any cats to play the parts.
They got Taylor Swift on board. She'll be Marie.
That went so well.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I do see in the chat people are saying How to Train Your Dragon is on the way too.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about
that's
that.
right.
Which, unfortunately, yes, I did buy the movies to watch them all, and then my dad died. So I am not ready to watch it because...
But who's your friend who was like, hey, I know you don't like spoilers, but maybe just watch the first one?
Yeah.
Don't watch a second.
Yeah.
The first is good. You can do the first.
So I'm like, we'll see what happens. So I am excited to. Those are my next to lay into those movies. But hey, I want to talk a little bit before we go. Though, Teresa, I know you weren't there, but you do have a love of Disneyland.
I do.
Hannah and myself went out and then our one of our so we also have a Spanish side of our site called See Disney, and we have an amazing hardworking employee on that side called Jimmy. We call him. Called Jimmy.
We call
it Jimmy.
We call him Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy was there, and
we call him
Jimmy.
Yeah. See.
No es Jaime, es Jimmy. That is actually from a telenovela I had to watch when I was in Spanish classes. But
deep cut.
It was about the girl's name was Jamie, but in Spanish. So she had to be like, no, it's Jaime, it's Jamie.
His government name is not Jimmy.
It's not, no. But
so you went to Disneyland without me, okay?
Yes,
and we're trying to skirt around that.
Is that the end of the story right there?
Look over here.
We unfortunately I didn't preload anything in here, but I do want to talk about Disneyland because on our Diz YouTube channel we put up a bunch of stuff from our trip out there. But there's a ton. I was just thinking about it. There is a ton of stuff going on at the Disneyland Resort right now. So when we were out there, we had the opportunity. We saw there's a 70th anniversary cavalcade that happens during the day, and you know who's in that cavalcade that people went crazy for?
The May family, the Duffy and the Shelley May.
The May family, yeah. I was gonna call her Uli May, and I was like, that's the turtle. But
he lives at Alani. Yeah. So they actually kick off the parade, and it's their first time appearing in a domestic Disney parade, so it's a big deal. Do they make sense in the parade? It's our first time seeing
I'm
them?
gonna say cavalcade. She keeps saying parade. It's not a parade.
It is. It is a cavalcade. It's 5.
Cavalcade
no, it's 2 minutes
stars.
long. Exactly 2 minutes long. But there's no merchandise for Duffy and Shelley May. But
weird, yeah.
A little weird, but cavalcade's great. Listen, Celebrate Happy, the Jonas Brothers song. That thing is an earworm. Like, I love it now, but it'll get stuck in your head forever. So
it really is. It's very comforting. It's like it's got that like little whistle in it and stuff, and it's just like
it works.
Yeah, that's really good. We of course witnessed the return of Paint the Night, something I've watched with Teresa before.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Right. We've watched Paint the Night.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure we were there at the same time for Paint the Night. But
well, obviously, we all need to go back.
Yeah, Paint the Night was great. First time back at Disneyland Park. So we saw the return of Anna and Elsa and their float. And it's just like that parade goes through. And listen, I don't know what it is about me. The parades at Disneyland, I just seem to connect with me so much more than the ones here. Honestly, it could be because they do them twice a day and they'll be later in the day. Like Paint the Night is a nighttime parade, but also right now, Better Together, the Pixar parade is back at California Adventure, and that I believe you got to check your Disneyland app when you're out there, but has been happening like twice a day.
Yeah, it goes one way and it comes back the other way.
Yeah.
So they just go and wait and then turn around and come back.
Yeah.
No, not within like not immediately. You have to wait
Turn
like 2
around.
hours. Yeah.
I mean, technically you could.
We're doing it again.
Here's the encore.
We're going backwards. Okay.
Yeah, and then also there's a brand new World of Color Happiness, which
so
so World of Color, I think they said has been around for like 7 years now, or this is not 7 years. This is the 7th version of World of Color, and for me, this is the best version since the original. I think. Yeah,
Why?
I agree.
So,
Why?
There's a couple of things. The music is great. It's got a power line part. It's got the Muppets introduce it. As like they do like a safety video in the beginning, which is great.
But that was great. That really took me by surprise because it's almost like a mini World of Color. Like I feel like they did it justice. It's longer than you would think. All
the
Muppets show up. It's funny. Like I genuinely laughed a couple times, and everybody else around me did too. So that was like I was pleasantly surprised by that because it didn't sound a little weird at first, but that was great. Music is fantastic.
I think you'd like this one a lot, actually, because I feel like it does a really good job for me of doing like kind of going across the board of like deep cuts, but also being like we're using stuff that does well, And then also like representing a Goofy movie. And now I'm like trying to think of anything but a Goofy movie that I saw in it. That I was like, oh yeah, like this.
Out after that.
Well, you know how like when Frozen was big, it was just Let It Go was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And I will tell you the reference to Frozen in this is so quick and little because it just says like a really quick like, but like it does it at the right
like
part.
Was it just like that?
Yeah, it was just like, I mean, I don't know about you, but that was...
Here, let me try
that was
it.
perfect pitch.
I think I got it.
I have perfect pitch.
I do like I'm in a recording studio right now.
From the day we arrived on the planet.
Oh,
gosh. I really enjoyed it. I know that Hannah was saying it is weird because they don't really position it this way when you learn about it ahead of time. Really, the hosts of World of Color Happiness are joy and sadness, or are not joy and sadness, are all the inside out emotions.
Yeah.
It's all based around that.
And even
really?
the new one, so anxiety's in it, envy's in it.
My whole life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the. So
I still have
Inside
yet
Out
to see it.
too. It's all right. I mean, and it kind of like. The only thing I'll say about it is it kind of works with the storyline in the script, but I was a little surprised because they definitely do not position it that way. But, I mean, the theme is celebrate happy, so
yeah,
I guess joy would be there.
It's actually really interesting. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because a lot of the message of the Disneyland 70th with the Jonas Brothers Celebrate Happy song and this World of Color Happiness, a lot of this is about, like, literally there is a song called the something rainbow. It's like the beautiful rainbow or the perfect rainbow or something like that.
Oh, shoot.
And I'm just like, hold on, let me, I was like, I had it in here listened to, but I've clearly been listening to all my father's favorite songs. So there's a lot of Dave Matthews on my playlist right now, which is not normal. Great Rainbow. And that, and there's a lot of these songs. It feels like it's really walking that line of being like, we are trying to celebrate everybody. The message of Disneyland 70th is really celebrating about where you come from and who you are and what it took to get you here today. And I really love that message. And
yeah, I like that.
I didn't think I was going to love the color palette that they've chosen, but it really, really works. Yeah, it adds a lot to the park. And the merchandise has really knocked it out of the park, I think.
I was surprised by it. And there's just a ton of it. And I feel like my, I guess, like, biggest takeaway from it was, even though, like, we didn't get a ton of new stuff. I mean, because we got the Cavalcade and we got World of Color 1, but the Pixar Better Together Parade, that's not new. Paint the Night, technically not new. Wondrous Journeys as a fireworks show, not new. But the thing is, like, when we were there on opening day, like, if you're there on a weekend, you can see the Pixar Parade twice at California Adventure. There's World of Color over there. Then over at Disneyland, you have the Cavalcade, you have Paint the Night twice, Fantasmic, and a fireworks show.
And the projection show on Small World.
Oh, and the which was, I think, the highlight for me. That you would love this. There's a projection show on It's a Small World, and it's all in the style of like Mary Blair artwork. But I really love this. They showed the Sherman Brothers up there. They showed Mary Blair herself. So it's kind of like a little bit more of like a callback.
Yeah, it's called the Tapestry of Happiness.
Yes.
I had to look it up because I was like, it's not a name that
Celebrate Happy
stays in here. And everything's happy, so I'm like, if you could just go happy, somebody will correct you in there. Yeah.
So, but I miss a ton of entertainment. So I feel like it adds value to your day at Disneyland. Also, I'd be remiss as a travel agent. Now, like, this summer's a great time to come to Disneyland. Like, there is combinable offers. So there's a room offer. There's multiple ticket offers that you can combine. I know a lot of the Good Neighbor hotels are doing like a 5th night free in combination with the ticket offer. So yeah, if you're thinking about coming, I would go this summer. Good deals. I was impressed by the 70th.
I think this, as somebody who's like first time out to Disneyland was like that year of the start of the 60th, I truly believe this is the time to make that trip. I mean, there were not deals like this that year, but that is the thing, is that the fact that there's like ticket deals, hotel specials, and all this stuff, but then there's just some like real energy in the park right now. That just was very, infectious, and I am. It was very happy. One
happy.
could say happy. Yeah. I am going back in June. It's like right in between two memorial things for my father, but everybody was like, "Your dad wanted you to go. Your dad wanted you to go." And I'm like, "Fine." But I'm looking forward to being there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's your happy place, I would say, for sure.
I find that tragedy finds me when I'm in a theme park, though, is that sort of like I'm a little nervous about that. Yeah, thank God. It's that thing where I'm like, thank you to this universe for us having spaces like theme parks, for having this community, like we said, this like insular thing where you're like, well, I have something to make me happier. But like, I was at Disneyland when I got the call about Pulse. I was at another event when I got another awful thing. It's just like one thing, and you're just like, it's like someone drops you off a building all of a sudden, but you at least have that giant inflatable mattress that's going to catch you even a little bit. It's still going to hurt when you hit it.
You're not home alone.
Yeah. And there's that beauty. So I guess I'm grateful for us to be able to have those sort of spaces. And again, it feels weird to talk about that sometimes because it's what Hannah literally said earlier is that the thing is like, it is all still a business, but it's great to have space like that. So
yeah,
I guess that is a good place to stop for today. But again, I did want to say thank you to Hannah. Thank you to Teresa for your support and allowing me to cry, and for your hug earlier, Teresa, of course. And
there'll be additional ones.
There will be more.
There will be more.
I look forward to that.
At this point, I would also like a hug.
You want a hug too?
I do. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna hug.
Gosh. Planned hugs.
I do want to let our Patreon supporters out there know that we will be doing a Patreon post show as well. I don't know what we're talking about just yet. I know I've been trying to get better about us having like a structured conversation. Today may not be the day for that, but if you want to learn more about that, patreon.com/DizUnlimited. And again, don't forget about the experts like Teresa or Hannah over at Dreams Unlimited Travel that can get you started on your next Disney World, Disneyland, Universal. Epic Universe is open now. They can get you on your next theme park vacation with some of those people that you love. See some people. And I think that's going to do it. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave us some comments, and I've seen all of your wonderful messages that you've left on the post I made about my father, and I really, really do appreciate that. It does really feed my soul. So that is very kind of you to all take the time to do that. If you're listening to this, please rate and review the podcast. Hopefully not based on this episode, wherever you do that. And apparently you can leave comments on podcasts on Spotify and things like that. So I look forward to reading all of those. But again, thank you everybody for your continued support. And we will be back with another episode of the Diz Unlimited podcast. Bye, everyone.